see why you're seeing the different tones of yellow and green in your hair, because with black box dye as well as lightening, your hair can become very porous, which is why some colors might take and some might not, which is why some was yellow, some was green. But again, I did tell you that we would remedy the situation for you when you came back to your next appointment. And so I just wanted to speak to you about your post, because it was very accusatory, and it is very upsetting for us as a company as well as the student, because she thought that we spoke to you and that we were going to have a good time on Saturday fixing the problem for you. And you did have black box dye on your hair, and it does make things a little questionable when it comes to lightening and pulp riot. And you signed the ticket letting us know that you agreed, and we did tell you we did see that there was a problem and we would absolutely remedy it for you.
Okay, I appreciate you giving me a call. I first want to start off by saying that the accusations of me saying that y'all were blaming my hair is true. Y'all did blame my hair multiple times, including the parts where it's obviously that the application process was wrong, where there are harsh lines and patches missing, that it was never taken responsibility for, that the application was wrong. That's not because of my black box dye. It's not because my hair is dark. That's because the initial application was incorrect. I've spoke to other professional stylists since I've left y'all. And it was just the matter of the issue that y'all never, the bad dye job isn't the issue. The issue was the lack of responsibility that was taken on y'all's end, and not just verbalizing like, hey, this application was wrong, but we're going to correct it. But instead, y'all just kept saying over and over again, including yourself when you came up to the bench, was, oh, well, it looks like this part of your hair, just didn't take to the bleacher. This part just didn't accept the bleacher. It just didn't do anything correctly, when the actual truth was that it was applied incorrectly.
I did tell you that there were spots that were missed. So I did tell you, I didn't exactly use the words that the application was incorrect, but I did let you know I see some spots that she missed, and we would be more than happy to fix them and reapply lightener to you. So I'm sorry I didn't use the exact words that you were expecting, but we absolutely took responsibility, because I wanted to correct what we did wrong and made you a new appointment. If we wouldn't have accepted responsibility, we wouldn't have made you that new appointment to make sure that you were happy.
Okay, so in verbatim from your mouth, you said that we needed a new appointment because the hair needed to be revised because it was not incorrect, which is verbatim what you said. You said this is not incorrect, it just needs to be revised, when in truth it is incorrect.
Right. I don't like using the word mistakes because it's a very harsh word. And if you would like me to use the word mistake, I will absolutely. I could. But I like to use the word adjustment because they are a student, and I don't want to be too harsh on the student. And so nothing is so harsh that it can't be undone. So I don't want them to see it as a mistake. I want them to see it as an adjustment. Like, yes, a mistake was made, but let's call it an adjustment, because we will be adjusting. We'll be fixing it, essentially. But I apologize for the terminology that you heard adjustment and you felt like we were not accepting responsibility. But a mistake and adjustment are interchangeable when speaking to the student. I just like to use that word because, like I said, I want them to feel like even if a problem arises, it's nothing that can't be fixed. It can be adjusted, if that makes sense. And like I said, I did not want to charge you full price. We just needed to charge the products that we would be using on your hair. Just like if we would have fixed it that day, we still would have charged you for the products used on your hair, because if she missed that spot in your hair, she still would have had to use more lightener to get that spot out, which she did. So let me rephrase that. When the spot was missed, we would have to have used more lightener, and we would have had to pay for it.
I'm sorry, I just want to make sure we're in understanding that it's spots, because it's multiple spots all around my head. It's not just one per place.
It's absolutely. I saw that one spot right at your crown. I did not look through the rest of your head, but if you say it's multiple spots, I 100% believe you, because of seeing the other spot where the lightener was missed.
Yes, so you did see my post, so you saw the pictures.
Yes.
Okay, so you saw the multiple spots.
On that side picture, that you held up your hair, I did see the spots, yes ma'am, where it was uneven, and that the pulp riot wasn't applied in a certain area, or it was applied, it just, again, because your hair was so porous, it might have fallen out, or the pole bright just wasn't applied correctly to that one spot. But since it took to the rest of the hair, I have a feeling that that specific spot might have just been maybe not saturated enough. But once again, these are students.
Okay,
And
so I got a question for you. I have a question for you.
To us as a school and to the student to see these
Just
posts
run through
whenever
people,
they
I
are
guess.
trying to do their best and they are learning in this environment, and people are going out and immediately bashing them. When we did admit that we made mistakes, we wanted you to come back and
Hey,
say,
I need you to slow down for a second. I need you to slow down for a second. I don't think she's blaming the student at all. I think she's blaming you. You are the teacher. It was your job to do a test strand to make sure that her hair was in proper care to be bleached. And you didn't do that. You didn't even talk to her about her hair history. This is on you. It is not on the student. So stop trying to make it sound like she is the one blaming the student when it's you that's at fault. You are the instructor. You're the one teaching the student. You are ultimately to blame. So you need to take responsibility for not teaching your students correctly and also not taking responsibility for it. Because I've been listening to this phone call the whole time and all you've been doing is running your mouth trying to make excuses. Is this how you do business?
So I'm not really sure who this is, but I am now the owner of the school, and we're going to need to cancel that appointment, and we're no longer going to be able to service the client.
Y'all are horrible. Y'all are terrible.
Wonderful. What was the stylist's name or the teacher's name?
Why do you need the information?
For my records, because they did work to my hair.
The educator did no work to your hair.
She educated the student, though.
Right, and that's what a school does.
What's her name?
I'm sorry, I'm not giving out her information.
Oh, that's okay. We'll blast y'all over Facebook again.
Now, let me just ask this. Do you carry professional liability on your insurance?
No damage was done to your hair, ma'am.
How do you know? Y'all didn't even check it.
I saw the picture of the post that you put.
Y'all
No
didn't
damage
even
was
bother
done
to
your hair.
check her hair after it was done. You wouldn't even know. Y'all are so unprofessional. You should not be teaching.
I'm sorry you feel that way. However, we're going to cancel your appointment, and we are not allowed to come back to our school.
All right. Well,
Like we would ever go there anyway.
Thank you.